Ever felt like a woman is sending you signals, but you're not quite sure what they mean? Here's the truth. If you can't tell, you're probably missing out on some crucial signs that could change everything. Today, I'm going to show you how to finally know when a woman is truly into you. It's frustrating, right? You're trying to read the room, catch her subtle glances, and decode every text she sends, but you still can't quite figure it out. Attraction is a complex game with hidden rules most people don't understand. You can spend hours analyzing every interaction, wondering if you're imagining things or if there's something real between you two. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll be able to confidently tell when a woman is genuinely interested in you using cues that are right in front of you. Let's be real here. Many men go through life totally oblivious to the subtle signs of attraction from women. Whether it's at work, at parties, or even on dates, they just don't recognize the indicators that could lead to something meaningful. It's easy to miss out because, most of the time, women won't come right out and say, "I like you." They communicate in ways that are more subtle and nuanced, ways that most people overlook. This isn't surprising. Society has conditioned women to be less direct with their interest, which means you need to be able to catch these subtle clues. Otherwise, you might walk away from conversations, constantly questioning yourself, wondering if you missed an opportunity. It's not just a hit to your confidence, it's a huge drain on your time and energy. What if I told you there's a way to finally put those questions to rest? Let's start with something basic but incredibly telling: eye contact. This is one of the most straightforward signs, yet so many people overlook it. Eye contact is a powerful form of nonverbal communication, and it's one of the first ways a woman will signal interest. If she holds eye contact for longer than just a fleeting glance, she's showing that she's engaged and genuinely interested in the conversation. But there's more to it than just looking at you. Watch closely for subtle shifts. Maybe she raises her eyebrows slightly when she looks at you or her gaze softens. These aren't random gestures. They're signs that she's focused on you and that she wants you to notice her. In other words, if a woman is holding eye contact with you for even a couple of seconds longer than usual, it's not just friendly eye contact. Women tend to make extended eye contact when they feel a genuine attraction. If she's locking eyes with you and doesn't break away immediately, it's like a green light, silently inviting you to engage with her. Next, consider her proximity. Proximity is one of those things people take for granted, but it's a huge indicator of interest. People naturally gravitate toward those they're drawn to, even if they don't realize it. If she's consistently moving closer to you or finding ways to stand near you, she's showing she's comfortable in your space. She might be closing the distance subtly, or even finding reasons to brush past you. Let's say you're at a social gathering, and she's choosing to sit or stand near you, even if there are other spots available. That's not a coincidence. Or maybe she's leaning in while you're talking, decreasing the space between you two. Women are highly aware of personal space, so when they choose to reduce it around you, it's often a sign of interest. Another powerful signal to watch for is subtle touching. Physical touch, even in small gestures, carries a lot of weight, especially when it comes to attraction. If she's comfortable enough to find excuses to touch you, she's likely showing she's interested on a deeper level. These touches are rarely obvious or exaggerated. They're small, almost incidental. Maybe it's a light tap on your arm to emphasize something she's saying, or a gentle touch on your shoulder as she laughs at your joke. Women often initiate these tiny touches to test the waters, to see how you'll respond. If she wasn't feeling some level of attraction, she wouldn't be engaging in this kind of physical contact. Touching is a powerful tool for connection, so when you notice her finding little reasons to make contact with you, it's a clear indication that she's feeling comfortable and maybe even intrigued. There's also something incredibly telling about mirroring. When a woman mirrors your body language, it's a subconscious sign of alignment and connection. Mirroring is one of those hidden signals that often go unnoticed because it's so subtle, but it's a huge indicator that she feels a connection with you. For example, if you lean in during the conversation and she does the same shortly after, or if you shift your posture and she follows suit, she's subconsciously syncing up with you. This isn't something she's actively deciding to do. It's her brain's natural response when she feels comfortable and aligned with you. Mirroring reflects a mutual connection, almost like an unspoken language, signaling that you're on the same wavelength. It's a small gesture, but when you're aware of it, you start to notice how often it happens between people who are interested in each other. Frequent smiling and laughing is another big clue. Now, smiling and laughter might seem obvious, but there's more to it than just a casual grin. If she's smiling frequently and laughing at things that aren't exactly hilarious, she's showing that she enjoys being around you. People naturally laugh more when they feel connected, even if what's being said isn't particularly funny. It's not just politeness, it's her way of signaling that she's enjoying the moment and wants you to keep engaging with her. Laughter can be a bridge to deeper connection, and if she's going out of her way to laugh at your jokes, she's likely encouraging you to keep the conversation going. Now let's talk about compliments and questions. Compliments from a woman can be a massive hint that she's interested, but they're often delivered in a subtle way that goes unnoticed. For instance, she might compliment you on something specific, like your taste in music, your style, or even how you handle certain situations. These aren't just polite gestures, they're intentional comments meant to show she's paying attention to you. But beyond compliments, pay attention to the questions she asks. If she's delving into more personal territory, like asking about your goals, your family, or what drives you, she's trying to peel back the layers and understand who you are on a deeper level. This kind of curiosity doesn't come from casual interest. It's a sign that she wants to get closer to you. A major sign of interest lies in her enthusiasm for your interests. If she's actively showing interest in the things that make you tick, she's doing more than just being polite. This could look like her asking follow-up questions about something you're passionate about, or even suggesting she'd like to try out your hobby sometime. For instance, if you mention a sport you're into or a type of music you love, and she's suddenly curious or says, "Maybe you could teach me about that," it's not just idle conversation. It's her way of showing she's open to connecting with you through shared experiences. When someone shows interest in what you love, it's a clear indication that they're trying to establish a deeper connection, one that extends beyond surface-level interaction. This kind of engagement reflects a genuine effort to bond. Texting habits are also a huge giveaway. In today's world, texting has become a primary way to gauge interest, and the patterns in her messaging can reveal a lot. If she's quick to reply, or even better, if she's initiating conversations, it shows that you're on her mind, even when you're not around. Texting frequency matters. When she's engaging in long back-and-forth messages, that's a sign she enjoys talking to you and wants to keep the momentum going. Look for responses that are more than one-word answers. If she's putting thought into her replies, asking questions back, or even adding emojis and exclamations to emphasize her tone, she's making an effort to keep the interaction lively. And pay attention to the timing. If she's responding quickly and consistently, that's a big indicator that she's interested. Women who are into you will find ways to stay in touch, and texting is often the easiest way to keep that connection alive. Body language is another powerful but often overlooked area. Open body language can be an unspoken invitation, a subtle signal that she's comfortable around you. For example, if she's facing you fully with her shoulders and torso directed toward you, that's a positive sign. Or if her arms are relaxed rather than crossed, it's a cue that she's open to the conversation and the connection. People unconsciously close themselves off from those they aren't interested in. So if she's adopting a posture that's open and inviting, she's likely trying to show you that she's comfortable in your presence. Open body language can be as simple as sitting or standing with a relaxed posture, not angling herself away from you, and not crossing her arms defensively. It's a subtle yet clear indication that she's engaged and present. Lastly, there's something unique about playful teasing. Now, teasing might seem counterintuitive, but when done right, it's actually a huge sign of attraction. If she's comfortable enough to engage in playful banter with you, it's her way of creating a fun, flirtatious dynamic. Think of it as her way of challenging you a bit. Maybe she'll lightly poke fun at something you said, or jokingly disagree with you to see how you'll react. It's a form of testing boundaries, keeping things light, and it helps build a fun, spontaneous energy between you two. When she teases you, she's not just being playful. She's showing that she feels comfortable enough to let her guard down and create a more dynamic connection. Now, here's the key takeaway. Even if she's showing one or two of these signs, don't rush to conclusions. True attraction is rarely about just one isolated signal. Attraction often builds through a combination of cues, and it's that combination that reveals her true interest. When you start to notice several of these behaviors happening together, maybe she's holding eye contact, positioning herself close to you, and initiating playful teasing all in the same interaction. That's when you can feel confident there's something more. This isn't about overanalyzing her every move. It's about paying attention to these patterns that come naturally when someone is drawn to you. Once you're able to recognize these patterns, you'll feel less unsure and more secure in your interactions. And that confidence is magnetic in itself. This isn't just about reading her. It's about knowing how to respond. When you recognize these signs, you can start engaging with confidence, knowing that she's interested. If she's displaying open body language and showing genuine curiosity about you, don't be afraid to share a bit more of yourself. If she's initiating physical contact or giving you those lingering glances, respond warmly and reciprocate in a way that keeps the interaction flowing naturally. Women appreciate confidence and clarity, and being able to pick up on these cues allows you to be direct without second-guessing every move. It takes away the guesswork and lets you relax, knowing you're picking up on what she's putting down. Attraction doesn't have to be a guessing game. When you understand these cues, it feels like a door is finally open, letting you see things that were hidden in plain sight. Imagine walking into any social setting with the awareness and confidence to recognize these signals without doubting yourself. No more walking away wondering what could have been or questioning whether you missed an opportunity. Recognizing these cues empowers you to connect meaningfully, to know when to take things to the next level, and to let go of the endless mind games. You're not just relying on words, you're understanding a language that's nonverbal, but incredibly powerful. So, to wrap it up, knowing when a woman is interested in you doesn't require magic or mind reading. It's about staying present, observing her gestures, listening to her words, and noticing how she responds to you. Attraction may be subtle, but it's not invisible when you know what to look for. These aren't just random acts or polite gestures. They're genuine indicators that she feels drawn to you. And when you're attuned to these signals, you'll find yourself more in tune with her intentions, able to respond confidently, and let things progress naturally. If you're ready to unlock more of these insights into attraction psychology, hit subscribe or check out the next video on building deeper, lasting connections.